Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. It's the Wood Creep. My name is Extraterrestrial, otherwise known as Doc Toonkind, local mad scientist of the Toonkind server, and I am joined by the lovely, amazing, wonderful, talented...
Hi, I'm Blaze. I'm happy to be having an FPS here with the wonderful and talented Doc, who's also awesome and doesn't get to be left out of this just because the introduction. Can't escape.
Oh, right, people were playing. I'm gonna be playing Katsu Aohama.
And I'm going to be playing Banana.
As always, because we love Banana.
Yay!
So, if you haven't listened to Cryptid Hunt, lovely audience, you should probably listen to Cryptid Hunt, because this takes place directly after. Not that night, but the next, directly next day.
Yeah.
Because Banana found a weirdo in the woods.
Yep. She did, and now she's just like, you're gonna go see if it's possible to find said wood cryptid again. Just like,
Katsu has officially been intertwined with the fucking wood creep rumor. Officially. Counted as a cryptid for the cryptid hunt. Don't worry, we'll deal with this later. But yeah, so how does Banana look for this person?
She's probably gonna go back to where she first saw Katsu and look around and start, just get a general idea. So for chat, since it's gonna be traveling away from camp and whatnot, it's a lot like, when you stick a camera around the collar of a cat or a dog and the pet just goes.
Oh yeah, Banana still has Grunkle John's staff, which is his connection to
Banana
Prince Twine.
So it's basically just like all this, because she's going for a parkour badge and everything, but even before then, she's a zoomy little kid, and off she goes. She's climbing trees, going through bushes and things.
It's great. It's amazing.
Unless she runs into a tree trunk, nothing stops this kid.
So this is going to be useless because Katsu's stealth is a straight D20, and their natural stealth is a 10. But just to be funny, I'm gonna roll stealth to see.
That's a 4.
So that's a 4. Somehow you find Katsu faster than last.
Yep. Well, Banana's passive perception is a 16, so they would have had to have gotten kind of high.
Right, and Katsu has a fucking nat 20. Just not wrong words. A straight D20 for their stuff.
Yeah. So is Katsu just crashing through the woods, or?
What is Katsu doing right now? I have to think to myself what Katsu is doing to get a fucking 4 in stealth. Normally it's just Katsu mumbling to himself as they're pacing, but what would guard it a 4?
Yeah.
I think Katsu is actually actively looking around this time, actively wandering, and trips over a rock and into a bush.
Oh no! An active crash.
An active crash. And
okay.
Yep.
Let me see real quick.
Oh my god, that's a nat 1.
That is a nat 1.
Amazing.
So, Banana's been doing great this whole time, but then here's Katsu crash, goes to look over to see if they're right, and I guess she just crashes into the same bush. Because that's funny.
Same bush.
She just falls out of a tree, lands upside down with feet just sticking up in the air.
I think
it's because she's holding onto the staff, she only has one hand.
Yeah. Katsu, you hear someone in the same bush scream. And scramble out of the bush. all elbows and knees, baby.
You just see these feet just sticking straight up in the air. They kick a little bit and then just disappear into the bush. And she's just like, "Well, I live here now," and just like goes into the bush. And then you just see this like bright blue hair, and eyes just like peeking out of the bush and just like looking up at Katsu.
Katsu is staring. Can I roll? I'm gonna roll history.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Which, granted, is a +6, but because of Katsu's thing, I do roll it at disadvantage.
That's fair.
That's a.
That's a 9.
I don't know if Katsu remembers this kid. From literally yesterday.
Would say maybe at least remember like bright blue hair or something, like a notable feature.
Actually, you know what? Maybe. Considering that's under a 10. I don't.
Yeah.
Katsu might
Like not the kid
vaguely
as a whole,
remember.
but like familiar.
Yeah, like vaguely
Yeah.
remember. Like, there was that kid. I think there was a kid yesterday that had blue hair. I don't know. I was kind of panicky. So Katsu was just staring. Isn't gonna say anything, just stare.
A hand comes out of the bush and waves. Hi.
Hi?
Are you okay? You fell into the bush.
And Katsu takes a moment and then is like, "Oh, I fell into the bush," and like quickly dives back into the bush to look for something.
Did you lose something? The head just like ducks into the bushes. Start hearing like.
Jar. I had a jar. Where is it?
Jar? Does it have jelly beans in it?
No, it doesn't have jelly beans in it. Wait.
Oh.
And Z kind of backs out of the bush for a second. What are you doing so far away from? Aren't you? What? Why are you here?
Why not? Well, right now I'm stuck in the bush too. Hang on, I think I can get out. There's like some rustling. She just like pops out to the side. Never mind, I'm free.
You have the widest stare at you. Big ol' anime eyes stare. Just like.
Banana just holds her arms out like, ta-da!
Wait. I'm assuming Banana is still wearing the like kid uniform.
Oh yeah. She's still got like the camp uniform and stuff. It looks a little big on her, like she took a size too big.
But
it's still camp uniform, so recognizable.
Katsu sees
like
the
jacket
kid
and the hat.
uniform. Yeah, Katsu sees the kid uniform and go, "Why are you so far away from camp?"
Why not?
It's dangerous. This person sounds so unsure of this statement.
Banana looks to the left, looks to the right, looks up, looks behind her, looks back to Katsu. Are you sure?
No, actually.
That's okay. Sometimes the woods can be dangerous. There's like things that try to eat you in the woods, but sometimes there's not. There's things you can eat in the woods.
Oh. There is a cartoonish stomach growl as you say food. And Katsu goes, "Oh, food. Right."
Oh my god. Enough. It's a 2.
That was a 2 for hammer space.
Your stomach rumbles and Yep, that was a 2 for hammer space, so it's just enough. She reaches into her inventory and she takes out a banana and offers it up to Katsu. Are you hungry?
Gonna do something real stupid. Nope. Katsu says, no. And then stomach grumbles again because that was a 4. Deception.
She just looks at you concerned. It's like, don't you want? You need food. You have to eat.
Katsu sees no way out of this conversation. He's gonna take the banana.
Her face like just immediately lights up.
Okay. Oh, is there a specific reason you're in the woods?
She pauses. She thinks for a moment. There's like a little, like the soft ticking noise where it's like, she tries to remember. She's like, oh, I was trying to find you.
Why are you trying to find me? There's a visible bead of sweat. Like, why?
Well, the last time I ran into a random person in the woods, they didn't know how to feed themselves, so I thought I'd come and find you to see if you knew how to feed yourself, but you don't seem to have food either, so it's a good thing I came back.
Huh? There are question marks all around Katsu's head.
Sometimes you just find random people in the woods and they don't know how to get food in the woods. Like they don't know how to hunt or, gather things and they need help. So I thought I would come with food. I have more food than bananas.
You have already short-circuited Katsu. Katsu has no idea how to respond to this statement. Just what? You've met more. Huh? You've met more people in the woods?
Yeah.
There's more
Sometimes
people
get
than me?
lost. Yeah, well, this was like further towards it was kind of like nearer to Toontown than here. Like it was a few hours away. Hang on. She like turns into a circle, like trying to she's just like looking around, kind of squints up at the sun, and then just eventually points. I think it was over that way, like maybe a day or so.
Oh, okay. So it's just me in this general woods area. That's good. That's good.
Well, I mean, there's birds.
Well, birds don't rat.
Birds don't
They
rat.
don't. They don't. They don't. Rat people out.
I mean, you don't know about that. I mean, if I asked them, they might tell me you were here.
The visible fear on Katsu's face as you say that. The birds can talk?
Well, everything can talk. It just depends on whether or not you understand them.
Oh, okay. Katsu is sweating so hard now. Like, oh, how many people understand the birds? How many people know I'm here? You can roll insight if you want.
Hungry. Okay, let's see. Where's my insight? There's my insight.
It's a low DC. Yeah, that's
an 18.
This person is afraid and doesn't think Z is supposed to be here. Also,
at that, she's just like,
there's no sign of this person being connected to Camp Campen at all.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. Yeah. That's like, Finn just like looks confused, and she's just like, "Well, I mean, why are you so worried? Anybody can be out in the woods. It's the woods."
Well, Katsu is thinking, like, how much do I want to tell this random kid that just found me in the woods? I'm researching without a permit. I'm not gonna roll deception because that's technically correct.
But then why is it bad if people know you're here? Because you're allowed to be here. It's just the woods.
Some people don't like me to be in places. Poking my nose where I'm not supposed to.
Did you poke it in a pie? Because that's not good for your nose.
I fucking love banana. Katsu just goes, but no, not a pie. No.
Do you want a pie? Because you still haven't eaten your banana.
No, I don't want a pie. I'm losing it over here.
Sorry.
So much. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew banana was gonna short circuit Katsu so fast.
Yep, we're not even what we're
Not even
14
halfway
minutes
in and you've broken Katsu. This is exactly what I wanted.
Oh,
Katsu is gonna stand up, finally. Because Katsu's just been on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're tall.
Am I? I'm like 5 foot. You're a kid, so maybe I'm tall.
You're taller. I think I'm
That's,
like 3'5", so that's like a whole foot and a half.
I guess that's true. I slouch though, so I'm like maybe 4 foot right now. Not 4 foot.
Oh,
4 foot like 6.
I heard
Yes.
about this. It's because there's shrimp in your spine.
There's what in my spine?
Shrimp. That's why you hunch, because your spine shrimps.
I've never heard that before in my life.
Oh, you haven't heard of shrimp spines? Or shrimp and spines. I can't remember.
No, but I've also been living away from people for like 10 years now.
Hmm. That's okay. I don't think you missed much.
You
Then
keep
again,
saying
I
things as
don't know.
banana and they're one-shotting me. Well, that makes me feel a little better. I have been told it's not great for me to live away from civilization, though.
Banana just shrugs. I've only been living in civilized that thing for like a year maybe, so I don't know.
Oh, well, guess that makes 2 of us.
Yeah, we have 2 nickels!
More question marks, but Z's not gonna say anything about that. Katsu's gonna attempt to find the thing Z dropped in the bush.
All right, the jar.
I'm
Banana's gonna try and help
yeah,
find the jar.
I'm gonna roll investigation with advantage
Yeah.
because you're helping.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's a 17.
Oh, good. 17,
Katsu
yeah.
finds the jar, remarkably undamaged.
Yay!
Uh, I'm gonna be a little cryptic here. It's full of ink
Mm-hmm.
with a teal sheen,
Mm.
and it's
Ooh.
like built up on one side, and it's the side. Actually, do you want to roll? Oh, I guess survival to know what direction something's in.
Yeah, I think that's survival.
Survival.
Okay. Ah, shit, 8.
It's pointed in a direction. It's all on one side of the jar. You don't
Mm-hmm.
know where it's. Nope, you don't know that knowledge.
Yeah, that's fair. No, that's an 8, yeah.
But it's just
Or
like
she just
moved.
doesn't think it's in a direction, it's just a side.
Yeah, it's all built up and like climbing up on one side, which is really weird.
Oh. Is is that alive?
Huh? Oh, I that's what I'm researching.
Ah.
I'm
Did you
glad it
try
didn't.
giving it food to see if it's
What?
alive?
No, I really don't. I don't want it to get bigger.
Oh. Do you want it to get smaller?
I no, I want it to stay the same size. I'm
Mm.
following it.
But it's not going anywhere, it's in the jar.
Uh, there's an anxious sigh. Katsu just is like, again, how much do I want to tell this random child I just met? Uh, well, um, I'm following the direction it's going in. Like where it's
She
building
looks
up.
at the jar and looks back to Katsu. Like it's still not going.
Well, okay. So, uh, do you know where it's pointing?
And she looks up. Well, the sun is there. I think it's before noon, so that's east, and so that's west. And she just like points at the random directions and looks back at you.
Yeah,
And it's in the.
I'm trying to remember if Bottomless Heights is east or west of Camp Campen. Jade,
Ah.
you're in the chat. Is it east or west? It's in that direction. And Katsu
Got it. It's
goes,
in that direction.
it's in whatever direction that is. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
northeast is what I'm tempted to say is where it's pointed. I don't remember. But Katsu just points in that direction and goes, I'm looking to make sure it's still pointing in the same direction.
Oh.
Do you know what's over there? I haven't gone over there myself.
Hang on. Wood banana, no.
East.
What the hell would I
Okay.
roll for that history? East? Okay.
It's east, so it's pointing west. I guess just
Okay, so 20 west.
I don't even know what you would roll to see if Banana knows what Bottomless Heights is, or if she even knows that.
I could roll a history, like even if it's slow, it could be she's been
Yeah.
maybe she's just been over there but just doesn't know anything about it. History? Yeah, history.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
hang
roll
on.
history.
All right, Banana, where's your history? I know it's not great. There it is. 13. Okay. Yeah.
I think you would be able to recall at least a little bit in what direction that is. You've probably wandered over there at least a little bit.
Yeah.
You maybe don't know the like you've probably heard Grunkle John say he's from there.
Okay. So she probably went over there just to take a look or something.
Yeah. So you probably have a vague idea of what's over there.
Yeah. So she'd probably tell Katsu that vague idea, like, it's like, oh, like, like general sense of like buildings or people, and that Grunkle said he's from there and whatnot, and just like isn't sure if there's anything important over there. It probably feels a bit weird. I didn't really go through the buildings or anything. I just kind of looked from afar. Just kind of, she trails off a bit and just like, but anyway, that's what it's like.
Bottomless Heights, huh?
Yeah. I mean, they had like food and stuff and some buildings and things.
Katsu just kind of hums and his Banana, I'm sorry, Katsu's just gonna start walking.
Mm-hmm. Banana walks as well. It's just like, you haven't eaten your banana yet. It's still in your hand. Don't the one without the jar.
Oh, I'll eat it later.
But you're hungry now.
Katsu's just like, no, I need to go write something down.
But you haven't gotten to where you can write stuff down yet. So why don't you eat before you get there?
Katsu looks at Banana and realizes, oh, this is a child that's not gonna let me do this, are they? Katsu has a very low will. Like, it only takes a little bit of pestering before Z does something. And so Katsu sighs, puts the jar into Zerhammer's face, which is their coat, and peels the banana and starts eating and walking.
She literally gives like a happy little cheer, and there's like little flowers about her. She follows along next to you. She's so happy. Yeah, bananas are good when you're hungry.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize how hungry I was. Man, when was the last time I ate?
Do you need more than a banana? I have more food.
No, it's okay. And Katsu just like is like, please don't give me more food. I won't know what to do with it. You can, I guess, you never told me what to call you.
Oh, you can't have my name, but you can know it. I'm Banana.
That's an interesting way of saying that. Why do you say it like that?
Well, because if you're not careful, there are those who can take your name. Like you can tell me your name, I won't take it, but I can know it.
Nana, do you want to roll another insight?
Okay.
We talked about this in DMs, which is why I'm excited.
11?
Oh, that's an 11. I mean, Katsu's an open book. Katsu visibly sweats at the phrase take. And it's like, oh, huh, take, right.
Yeah.
Well, you can know my name as well. I'm Katsu.
It's nice to know your name, Katsu.
She just gives like a little bounce.
How do you know about taking?
Well, it's something the Fae do a lot, so you got to be careful. And other stuff does it too, but with names, it's usually the Fae.
Huh. I never considered the Fae.
That's usually a safe thing to do, and also not a safe thing to do. It really depends. The Fae can be confusing.
Well, the thing I'm researching tends to
Hmm?
take things as well, so
Hmm.
I'm surprised I never even thought of the Fae.
Hmm. Well, the Fae can be confusing, and it can depend on do you, do you mean like Fae from courts or Fae from not courts, or even seasons?
Faes have a judiciary system?
Sort of. Like there's the winter court, there's the summer court, there's the spring court, there's the fall court, and then you have Fae with colors, and then you have like fairy godmothers, which are also like Fae, and then you have Fae that just are just there. There's all these different ones.
There's like a loading circle. Cass's forehead, like, that's a lot. And I think at this point you eventually find out Katsu's been walking towards their tent. Which is just, there's no campfire, there's no anything, it's just a tent.
You have a whole tent. It's more than what I have when I go in the woods.
Do you need a tent? I have a spare.
What would I do with a tent?
Have shelter?
That's what trees are for. Don't be silly. This is a cool tent, though.
She's going to run into the tent.
Oh, okay. It's a tuna shenanigans because you enter the tent and it's a lot bigger on the inside. But it's also plastered floor to wall of with papers. Like there's a pathway to get from like a center area which has like a tiny fire and a bed, but there's just it's just full of papers all connected together with like push pins and teal string.
You even have a bed in here. This is big camping setup.
It's not a bed, it's a sleeping bag.
Well, I mean, you got a whole tent and a sleeping bag. That's a lot.
Yeah, you don't even have a sleeping bag?
That's what the trees are for.
Oh god. Katsu doesn't know enough to dispute this as being like a normal thing.
Banana doesn't either, it's fine.
Katsu's just like, I feel like that's wrong, but I don't remember enough to disprove that.
Out of curiosity, does Chat have an opinion on this? Because Banana's still holding the staff.
It's true. I forgot Banana has the staff. God, I've been so Katsu possessed me and I forgot.
No, that's very valid.
It's mostly just Chat being like weird banana kid. They're just like, yes, this is just Banana.
They have accepted this.
They have accepted this. Pritch is still showing some concern in the chat, but, what is Pritch not showing any concern in the chat?
That's true. That's true.
That's all that's happened, is just, like, concern, and also weird cryptid hours, and Tome is probably going fucking nuts because... that happened in the Pritch Twine canon chat.
Oh, nice.
Took a picture of Katsu from the stream and was just like, "Hey, Tome, do you know who this is?" And Tome was like, "What?" Any whoosies.
Oh,
so, literally Katsu just says, like, "I don't remember enough about kids to disprove if that's normal or not."
I don't know either.
I feel like I should be
But you're
concerned
not a
about that,
kid, so
too.
you can have like a...
I feel like I
What?
should be concerned that you don't know either, but...
Banana just looks up at you like,
Nothing. I'm sure it's nothing.
Well, I mean, you're not a kid, so maybe you're supposed to have a tent and a bed. And all this paper and string.
Katsu's just like, "Oh, right, I haven't cleaned up."
But you did eat the banana, and that's the most important part.
Yeah, I did eat the banana, yes. Did you pick your name based off of the fruit, or,
I did! I didn't have one, so I gave one to myself. I like bananas.
Oh. Well, congrats.
Banana just smiles up at you happily.
Did you
Katsu
pick
heard
your
that and
name?
went, Katsu heard that and went, "Oh, okay, trans, cool." Just a
Trans?
little... Katsu has not connected the dots. Katsu's just like, "Oh, you gave yourself that name. Cool. Any whoosies."
Yep. Well, she did say she didn't have a name before, so she gave herself one.
Oh, that's fair. I think Katsu brain is leaking into mine, and I'm circuiting.
That's also bad. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
She says, well, I didn't have one, so I picked one. I like bananas.
Katsu's just like, "Oh, okay." Totally not
Did you
weird.
pick your... Did you pick your name?
I don't actually remember. I've been at this for a while. I have trouble remembering things, so I write them down. And I'm gonna roll
Oh, that's a good
Hammerspace.
idea.
That's 4. Katsu pulls out a little notebook and opens it up and goes, "Right, I was gonna write your name down." And writes down Banana.
She does a little cheer at this. She's like,
Yay! I get to be remembered.
Well, I don't like forgetting. It's a little annoying. I try to write down as much as possible, but sometimes I forget to even do that.
do you want to roll insight real quick?
Sure. What is Katsu's insight?
Oh, that's a 6.
It's a 6 with a -1 modifier.
Well, it was a 7 and you got it, so the 6. So.
Yeah, Katsu's wisdom is atrocious.
Oh, yeah. With the 6, I'm afraid you don't really get anything. Banana just looks a little thoughtful, maybe, as you mentioned, like memories and forgetting things and whatnot. It's like,
Is that why you're looking for something that takes stuff?
You could say that. Now it's Banana's turn to roll insight, because
okay.
That was not a question Katsu was expecting. Wow.
17.
God, Banana, your insight is so big-brained. You can immediately tell that, yes, that is what Katsu's doing, but doesn't seem to quite know why? I'm also gonna give you this. There's a little bit of teal at the edges of Katsu's eyes. which are normally purple.
Oh. Mm. Unfortunately, this is in the past, so Banana's not going to have any dots to potentially connect to this.
Yeah,
Um,
sadly.
yeah. So she just tilts her head a little. It's like, well, you said you hadn't considered the Fae before. Do you think maybe you had something taken by them?
Uh, well, I, uh, do I really want to give this kid nightmares? And Z mutters that under her breath. Like, oh, do I really want to do this?
Well, I mean,
Hmm. Banana's also looking thoughtful at the moment because she heard it and she's like, hmm.
I can,
well, nightmares compared to what?
uh, I mean, I'm not sure if you'll get nightmares from it. I just know I do, but,
Mm.
hmm.
Yeah,
I can
nightmares aren't
explain
fun.
without showing, maybe.
Uh, o- okay.
The thing I'm looking for, I'm not sure if
Mhm.
it's a fae. I haven't
Mhm.
considered the fact that he could be a fae
Mhm.
yet. As you can see, I've considered a lot of things. And Z gestures around the room.
Oh, is that what all the strings are for?
Yes.
Ah. Hmm.
But you seem to know a
Well,
lot about the fae.
I do. I well, I do know I know a fair few things. Like this how different the spring and winter courts are because you have to be nice to the spring court, but you also don't want to tell them thank you. So you got to be careful. Then you want to be rude to the winter court. But also if you don't want to talk about kids around them, but also if a kid goes missing, you kind of want to hope that they got taken by the winter court if any of them.
I hope you know that if Banana's gonna go on a ramble, Katsu's gonna sit down and pull out a notebook.
Okay.
And start taking notes.
If you if you don't stop this child, she does start rambling. She starts clarifying on the winter court. While they can be a concern, they also tend to take care of children. Like if the kids from like not a great home, there's a chance winter fae will take them away and raise them in a more caring home, which is why you want to be
Mm-hmm.
careful talking about kids around them and whatnot, and just like different traditions and ways they interact with them and how to like safely deal with fae and whatnot. And it's mostly the fae court. She does talk some about like fae that are outside fae courts and fairy godmothers and stuff like that, how it's harder to run into someone from the summer court because they tend to be on a different aisle. I can't remember which one off the top of my head.
Evershore?
um Evershore, thank you. Because they're more on Evershore. Like you can still, meet them, but they're just more over there. Like they seem to be in certain areas too. Um, do you want to roll? Oh, what would it be? Um,
What is it a roll
to
for?
pick up on something. To pick up on something she's saying.
Insight?
Yeah, roll insight. Roll insight.
Which is a fucking abysmal, but
Yeah. You never know. Shit. Nope. Nope.
I spoken into
Okay.
existence. That's a 3.
Yeah,
I
that's
do
a
want to say
3.
that as Banana's rambling, occasionally Katsu will get up and like tear something out of the notebook and pin it on the wall.
Okay, that's fair. Katsu doesn't notice this, but I will say this for chat and everything is she starts to talk about the fall court 3 times before she actually starts talking about the fall court.
Huh.
Like she'll start on fall,
Interesting.
but then go back to spring or go to summer or winter, and it's only on the third time does she start talking about the fall court.
Interesting.
And
That
I don't know if the fall court would get Katsu's attention more. Oh, go ahead.
I was not gonna say anything.
Okay, no, you're fine. Just wanted to be sure. Um, but it might get Katz's attention more because the fall court seems to deal in a sense of balance and things. Whereas if you take something, they will take something back, but you can also give them something and they will give you something in return of equal measure.
Yeah,
But they can
I think
also
that's the one
twist.
Katsu perks up a bit on.
Yeah, and she also mentions that sometimes it's much like with, anybody else, you have your kind ones, but you also have people, ones who are assholes about it, and they will try to force poor exchange, which is basically like they will try to trick you into taking something so they can take from you, or like they will try to force like if you try to give them kindness, they will try to force anger on you, and if you give them
Mm,
back, they can then return it in kind.
yeah.
And just how you can try to avoid that and either not give something or to get out of it and things like that. And she will also bring up the name thing. One second, I need to take a sip. And she'll also, bring up the names, which isn't court specific. It's something just about any fae can do, which is where if you are not careful and they say, "May I have your name?" they can take your name from you, and that either lets them control your story or affect it in some way.
I think Katsu's a listener. Doesn't
Hmm.
Katsu doesn't like to talk about what Z's looking for fear
Hmm.
of bespeaking the name and shit going to hit the fan. Uh
Hmm. Hmm.
so Katsu is just kind of taking notes and is just gonna wait for Banana to finish.
Hmm.
Doesn't want to interrupt because that would be
Yeah.
rude and also might miss something.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, she does eventually stop. Like, she's not sure if she's covered everything, but eventually, after being allowed to ramble, she'll probably get like a little tired and go and just like sit down and take out a water bottle or something and have a sip.
It's like I think that's most of it. I think I covered just about everything. Oh, there's always so much about the Fae. It's so tricky.
Huh. Uh well, I guess I have maybe 2 questions about just one of the courts.
Oh, sure. I could try to answer. What's up?
Well, Katsu kind of gets up again and kind of walks over to one part of the fucking cobweb of shit and just
Hmm.
kind of look at it and go, "You said the uh fall court was the one
Mm-hmm.
who gives and takes, right?
Yeah.
Do they have any connotations with deer or um lullabies or ink?"
Hmm. This is specific. So, how long does it take for Banana?
Oh
Okay, it
god.
takes her, unfortunately, to Banana. Oh, unfortunately, that's a 7. So it takes her a minute. Like, she mumbles over it a bit. Um, actually, with a 7, you ask this question. It actually okay. Actually, what I realized, what probably happens with that 7, you ask the question. She's like, "Well, I don't think the spring court deals with ink, but hmm, no, I don't think the spring court, huh?
Oh, what about the fall?
The fall? Oh, the fall court. The fall court is they're usually crows, but sometimes crows and manticore don't. Sometimes deer. Ink, ink, not so much. Ink, spring, no, fall. Wait, what was the third thing?
Uh, lullabies.
Hmm.
I can I I think I have the music box somewhere.
You have your
Let
music
me
box?
roll hammer space. That's an
Mhm.
8. Katsu pulls out an old, worn, dark oak music box,
Hmm.
with sort of silver embellishments on it, and there is in fact a
Hmm.
deer skull on it.
Well, this probably isn't Fey at all with the silver on it, although that's more silver bells than the iron is what hurts them the most. But, the
Uh,
skull, though.
yeah, it's it's his head.
That's a tiny head.
Well, no. There's a sigh. He's a lot bigger than this. This is just made in his image.
Oh.
He's massive.
Hmm.
Maybe twice my height, if not more.
Banana looks a little scared at this.
Is this like a mountain? Or is more like a spire?
Oh, well, he's a bit too liquid to be a mountain or a spire.
Oh, okay.
She seems a little relieved at this, and then looks back at the music box.
I found
So,
this when I was doing my research in the valley.
oh, is it safe to play it or no?
Uh, it should be. We're not in the valley, so
Hmm.
uh typically if I just play the music box, nothing happens. It's when you mix it with the other stuff and there's a bead of sweat like please don't combine it with the other stuff.
Well, as long as we don't have the other stuff, then I guess it's safe.
Yeah. Here. Katsu's gonna wind up the box. And when
Okay.
it plays this.
Ooh,
Which I do
Should we?
actually have an audio file, which I'll edit into the video.
Nice, 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 nice.
Uh, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember this. That's good.
And Katsu just kind of goes, this is the lullaby. I don't know if you would recognize it, if it's not the Fae.
Mhm. Roll insight.
Let me pull up. I keep forgetting it's just a -1. Oh,
Oh,
God,
17 though.
Katsu!
Okay. Katsu's suddenly paying attention. Okay. The music box, like you open the music box, it starts playing, you're talking about it, but after a few seconds, you notice Banana's eyes losing focus just a little bit.
Oh, oh, banana.
She just starts swaying a little bit.
Oh. Katsu kind of gives like a small smile, like, aw, right, this is a kid.
And she just gives like this big yawn and just like rubs at her eyes. And she blinks a few times.
I don't think this is the fall court. Their music is different.
Alright, well,
Although it wouldn't be outside of what they could do if I mean, they can't do anything, but if you can give them something, they can do a lot of things.
mm,
It just depends on how powerful the Fae is.
well, uh, this thing I'm researching is quite powerful.
Because, like, there's power in names, but there's also, like, power in stuff. The banana you ate probably had, like, a decent amount of power in it because it was the first thing you ate in a while, you know?
I guess that's true. I do feel a little better, actually.
She looks really happy that she even has like little sparkles and stuff.
Oh,
So,
aw, banana.
And she's like,
like, oh, I know.
she like reached into her pouch. She like takes out a single gold coin. Like,
If you had, like, lots of these, like, lots and lots of these, this one coin wouldn't be worth anything. But if you had, like, if this was the only one you ever had, then it would be worth more. And then, you get more for it. Like with a name, if there's more weight to a name, you can get more for the name. Although it's usually very dangerous to purposefully give a name.
Uh, Roll insight.
Okay.
Oh
Oh
my
shit,
god.
that's a 24!
That's a 24. Oh god, where do I even begin? Katsu has put the music box away at this point. And is rubbing their left arm a little bit and is just kind of mulling this over. It seems like that idea of the less there is of something, the more valuable it is like resonating with Katsu. Like that is a phrase that makes a lot of sense to Katsu.
Banana's a little relieved at this because it's not something she gets to explain often and isn't ever sure if she's explaining it correctly.
Yeah.
So if anything, she's just relieved that Katsu's understanding what she's saying.
Considering the art I've posted of Katsu recently, Blaze, you could probably connect the dots of why Katsu understands this.
Yeah, maybe, just maybe, random guess, who knows, maybe.
And Katsu just kind of goes, huh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I understand that.
She actually does a little hand clap at this. She's like, you
Aw.
understand? She's like, yay!
Aw.
Does that help though? Does it sound like the thing you're looking for?
I think it helped me a little bit. At the very least, it helped me knock out an option.
Yay!
I'm still I'm a bit closer than I was before.
Good. I mean, I guess if in doubt, you could always try asking the Fae, but you would have to be really careful to do that. I mean, some of them are nice and friends. I'm even friends with some of them. You don't even have to worry about them taking anything from you, but I don't know if they'd know anything about this.
There is a
Probably have
visible
to
sweat
ask.
drop as you say, ask the Fae. Katsu is like, maybe no. Asking the Fae sounds like it might be a little dangerous for someone like me.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a sweat drop. Like, oh god, oh no.
I mean, it's always dangerous unless you know how to safely talk to them. And I already told you a whole bunch of stuff, so that would make it safer for you, right?
I suppose. I don't know if I want to get many people involved though.
Hmm. Well, maybe it could just be like asking for directions.
Maybe. It's kind of like a quiet, like, yeah, maybe.
You just have to make sure you find somebody of the fall court.
Right. Right. You seem like a trustworthy kid.
Hmm?
If you find anything about this, because you seem like a kid that might learn more by accident or something.
They're not wrong.
Here. And Katsu's gonna rummage around. That's an 8. This is a very small jar.
Ooh.
Like, fit in the palm of your hand small. Like a test sample. And it's like,
Yeah.
now, don't open it. But if you need a visual reference, this is the kind of stuff I'm looking for. And it's the ink.
Oh, damn. They're actually giving a banana a vial of the ink?
A very small, non-dangerous amount.
I'm putting this in it. Okay, hang on. I'm putting this
Like,
in her
very
inventory.
small. I don't remember if she gave any to Axis, but probably should have. It's just a very small amount because Katsu's
Okay,
like,
don't worry. I put down
y-
small.
yeah. Uh, Katsu's just like looking at Banana like, uh, I don't know. Something about you just, you helped me.
Oh, I'm glad. And she just like she's been happy before to this point, but just like something about like you say that, she helped them and they say that and she's just like just the smile she has is just like the most genuine smile. Like I don't even
But
know how to put it. She's just like so glad that she helped this random like because this is what she came out here to do. This was her whole point,
yeah.
you know. And she helps them,
But
and she's just like,
Katsu is gonna say, but don't don't tell anyone you saw me.
banana nods.
Don't worry, I know all about secrets. Secrets are secrets, and secrets are meant to be kept. And I'll be careful with this too.
And she like, it looks like she's just putting it over her shoulder, but that's where her hammer space is. So she's like, whoop.
Yeah. Katsu is thankfully half tune, so understood this part and just kind of goes, uh, I don't. Not a lot of people know what I'm looking for, but
Hmm.
if you find anything, I would be grateful. Uh,
Hmm.
I'm assuming you know how to use those, what are they? Paper airplanes?
Oh, I usually just ask the birds to send my letters.
And she like gives like this like kind of like whistle, not like a sharp loud one, but like kind of like a low, almost like pigeon hoot kind of thing. And
Mm.
then there's like a caw outside, and this crow just kind of like peeks into your tent and just kind of hops on over to her.
There's a couple of blinks, like, huh? What?
Birds make great messengers. Although I guess the paper airplanes work too.
Uh, right.
And she just like picks up the crow, like, you know, she just like one might pick up a cat or a puppy, just like nibbles at her fingers.
So short circuited again. Oh god.
Just for the fun of it, she puts the crow on her head.
Oh.
He just chills there, like this is where it's supposed to be. This is I don't know if Katsu has any way to tell, but like this is a wild bird. And yet she's just like, this is a cat, this is mine, and just puts the bird
Oh
on
my
her head.
god.
Crow seems happy with this. Just ruffles its feathers, just like, gives a caw.
I uh but
It's like
how
I
did
said.
you
Hmm?
how?
Oh, well, I don't tell many people, but you see, I can talk to birds. I can understand them, and they can understand me.
Oh. Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. Since I've been at camp, I've started talking to all of the ones around here too. It's like a whole
Oh.
new bunch of friends.
You say camp and suddenly Katsu's like, "Oh, camp. You need to go back to camp."
I do?
Well, oh, they could be looking for you. I don't want to be the cause
Oh.
of more concern. Uh, I already caused
Oh
enough
well.
racket with the cryptid hunt.
Well, I don't want you to get into trouble.
It's okay. If I get in trouble, I'll just find somewhere else. It's what I always do.
What? No, 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 no. It's gonna be okay. See, look, watch. Look, nobody's gonna know you're here.
And like she just like quickly stands up and she goes outside and she just like starts whistling and chirping even more. And you see more birds coming and just like
Uh,
all in the trees and like settling around. It's like,
There's nothing here but birds. Nobody will come this way, and you'll be safe, and it'll be a secret.
Katsu's just sitting here. Like, what? Huh? Um, can everyone speak to birds? Is that something I've forgotten?
Hey, Katsu,
Yeah.
would it be okay if I come see you again? I can bring more food.
Oh, um, Katsu seems a tiny bit hesitant, but this kid was willing to talk to Zem and tell Zem things that could be useful. And so Katsu just goes, yes, yeah, and if I'm not here, follow the ink.
Oh, okay, I can do that. You know what that means, though?
What?
We're friends now.
Oh, banana roll insight again.
Okay.
Oh,
17.
yep, that's 17. This, Katsu is taken aback by that statement. He's just fucking flabbergasted.
Aw.
Like, oh, friends. Right.
We don't have to be if you don't wanna. But you're
no.
nice.
Oh, oh. There's a shy smile on Katsu's face.
Aww.
And it's just like, I don't remember the last time I had one of those.
And we're friends. You have me. We're friends now.
Aww.
She's literally bouncing up and down. The bird's just bobbing with it.
Banana fucking murders me every time. I love her so much.
Aww.
And Katsu is just like, yeah, friends.
Yay! Bye bye, friend. I'm gonna go back to camp.
Bye.
And this kid runs off back towards camp and just you just hear the birds just leaving the trees and just following around.
As Banana leaves, Katsu scrambles back over their papers to look for the notebook with names in it. And is like, oh, God. She said friend, but name. And quickly is scrambling to find Banana's name. And is like, right, Banana. I can't forget that one. And kind of underlines it. And
Oh, it's so soft.
Yeah, Banana befriends Katsu. God, that was not what I was expecting for that FPS. But I should have expected it. Banana fucking makes friends with everyone.
She doesn't even do it on purpose.
I know, and I love her.
It does.
And I have I may or may not have sown the seeds for something there, but it's fine. All right, we should probably end the recording here because there is another FPS after us.
That is true. Thank you everybody for listening, and thank you for stopping by, and our lovely audience. Hi, Jade.
Yeah, thank you all. Thank you for our present listeners. Thank you to our future listeners. This has been It's the Wood Creep.
It's the Wood Creep, who's now a friend.
Now is a friend. Bye.
Bye.